My beloved child, listen to me closely, for I am not far from you, and my words are not meant for someone else, but for you here and now. I have watched your steps, your joys, your tears, your burdens, and your longings. I have seen the nights you could not sleep, the mornings where your strength felt small, and the days when you wondered if your prayers still reached me. And today, I have come to tell you something that will bring peace to your heart. The enemy cannot stop what I have started in your life. You may feel weak, but I am strong. You may feel small, but I am mighty. You may wonder if your time has passed, if your opportunities have slipped away. But hear me clearly, I am the God who begins and finishes every good work. And when I begin something, no hand, no enemy, no darkness, no obstacle can bring it to an end before its time. What I have planted in you, what I have spoken over you, what I have set in motion for you, it is secure in my hands. There are many voices in this world that try to tell you otherwise. Some voices whisper that you are too old, too tired, too broken, too forgotten. Other voices tell you that it's too late, that the best days are behind you, that hope is only for the young, that blessings are only for the strong. But my child, those voices are not mine. They are lies, meant to weigh you down, to make you surrender before you see the fullness of what I have prepared for you. I want you to remember something. When I called Abraham, he was an old man. When I blessed Sarah with a child, she was far beyond her years. When I raised Moses to lead my people, he thought he was too slow, too weak, too inadequate. Yet through each one my power was revealed, not in their strength, but in my promise. And in the same way, your age, your weakness, your limitations are not barriers to me. They are only reminders that you do not need to carry everything in your own strength, because I am carrying you. My beloved, think of a seed buried deep in the soil. For a long time, it seems as though nothing is happening. Days pass, weeks pass, even seasons pass, and the earth above looks unchanged. But beneath the surface, I am at work. Life is forming, roots are spreading, strength is building in hidden places. And then, at the appointed time, the seed breaks through the soil and rises into the sunlight. That is how my promises work. That is how my plans unfold. You may not see everything yet, but what I began in you, I am still working in you, and in the right time it will come forth. You have walked through storms that you thought would destroy you. You have faced losses that made you wonder how you would ever go on. You have carried burdens that seemed too heavy for your shoulders, and yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still listening. That is no accident. You are here because I have held you, because I have kept you, because my plan for you is not finished. If the enemy could have stopped you, he would have, but he could not. He has tried to silence you, but I have preserved your voice. He has tried to break you, but I have held you together. He has tried to close every door, but I have kept the right ones open. Listen, my child, and do not forget this. Nothing in your past, nothing in your present, and nothing in your future can undo the work of my hands. No mistake is too great, no sin too dark, no failure too deep for my mercy to redeem. You are not too far gone, and you are not too far behind. I am the God of second chances, the God of renewal, the God who restores the years the locust has eaten. Even when you cannot see the way forward, I am making a way. Even when you cannot feel my hand, I am guiding your steps. The enemy may roar like a lion, but remember, he is not the Lion of Judah. His roar is loud, but it is empty. He threatens, but he cannot touch what is sealed in my hands. He schemes, but his plans crumble before my power. He tries to bring fear, but I give peace. He tries to sow doubt, but I speak truth. He tries to weigh you down, but I lift you up. My child, the battle is not yours to fight alone. The victory has already been secured through my Son, Jesus Christ. What I began through him, salvation, freedom, eternal life, cannot be undone. And so, I speak to your heart now. Do not fear, do not give up, do not listen to the lies. Stand firm in my love, trust in my timing, Walk in the confidence that what I have started I will surely finish. My beloved, you may feel weary, but I am renewing your strength even as you hear these words. You may feel forgotten, but I am calling your name even now. You may feel that your prayers have gone unanswered, but I am working in ways you cannot yet see. Hold on to this truth. The enemy cannot stop what I have started. Think of your life as a book that I myself have written. Every page is held in my hand. Some chapters are filled with joy, some with sorrow. Some pages bring laughter, others bring tears. But the story is not over until I say it is over. The enemy cannot steal the ending, for I have already written it in my blood, sealed it in my promise, and secured it in eternity. Even now, as you sit and listen, I am speaking to you not as a distant God, but as a loving Father who delights in His child. I know your heart better than you do. I know your hidden fears, your quiet prayers, your deepest hopes, and I want you to know this: you are not forgotten, you are not alone, and you are not finished. What I have started in you is still alive, still growing, still unfolding. So lift your eyes, my child. Do not look only at what has been lost. Do not dwell only on what has gone wrong. Look at me. I am the author of your story, the keeper of your days, the shepherd of your soul. And I will never abandon you. Yes, storms may come and battles may rise, but none of them have the final word. I have the final word, and my word for you is life, hope, and victory. So listen closely, for this is the beginning of my message to you today. What I have started, the enemy cannot stop. My child, now that you have heard my promise, let us walk together a little deeper. Let us reflect on the journey of life, your journey, for it is filled with moments that have shaped you, lessons that have refined you, and seasons that have drawn you closer to me, even when you did not realize it. Life is not a straight path, is it? You know this well. It is filled with twists and turns, with valleys and mountaintops, with days of laughter and nights of tears. There were times when you felt strong and capable, and there were times when you felt frail and unsure. There were moments of great joy, the birth of a child, the warmth of family, the kindness of friends. And there were moments of deep sorrow, the loss of someone you loved, the breaking of something you held dear, the silence of prayers that seemed unanswered. All of these moments, woven together, tell the story of your life. And do you know what I see when I look at that story? I see beauty. I see resilience. I see a soul that has been tested by fire but not consumed. I see a heart that has carried burdens yet still beats with love. I see a journey that has not been easy, but has been meaningful. You may look back and see regrets, mistakes, or missed opportunities. But I look back and see grace, redemption, and 1,000 reasons to be proud of you. Do you remember those nights when you thought you were all alone, when no one seemed to understand what you were going through? When the pain in your heart was too deep for words, my child, I was there. Every tear you cried, I caught. Every sigh you breathed, I heard. Every prayer you whispered, I received. You may have felt abandoned, but you were never abandoned. You may have felt unheard, but I was always listening. You may have felt unseen, but my eyes never left you. I know sometimes you ask, why did it have to be this way? Why did I have to go through such hardship? Why did life not unfold the way I hoped? These questions are not signs of weak faith. My beloved, they are the cries of a heart that longs for understanding, and I honor those cries, for they draw you closer to me. The truth is, many things in this life are mysteries beyond your full grasp. But here is what you must hold on to. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Even the pain has been used for purpose. Even the losses have become seeds for new beginnings. Even the delays have hidden blessings. Think of the times when you were pressed to your limits. You thought you could not endure, yet here you are. The struggle made you stronger than you realized. It gave you compassion for others, wisdom for your steps, and patience for the journey. Think of the times when you were waiting for an answer, waiting for a door to open, waiting for a healing. Waiting is never easy, but in those quiet seasons, I was teaching you to trust me, to lean not on your own understanding, but on my everlasting arms. And think of the times when you stumbled, when you fell short, when you sinned. Perhaps you carry shame over choices you regret. Perhaps you replay moments in your mind, wishing you could undo them. But hear me, my child, my mercy is greater than your mistakes. When you repented, I forgave you. When you confessed, I cleansed you. When you turned back to me, I welcomed you with open arms. I do not define you by your failures. I define you by my love. As you reflect on your years, remember how many times I carried you through. When you were sick, I was your healer. When you were in need, I was your provider. When you were broken-hearted, I was your comfort. When you were lost, I was your guide. You may not have seen my hand clearly at every moment, but I was always there, weaving your steps into a greater plan. My beloved, let us pause here and think together about the seasons of life. In the springtime of life, there is energy, growth, and new beginnings. In the summer, there is strength, vibrancy, and fullness. In the autumn, there is wisdom, maturity, and harvest. And in the winter, there is quiet, reflection, and preparation for eternity. Each season is sacred, each has its purpose, each is held in my care. Do not despise the season you are in. Do not long only for what has passed, nor fear what is to come. For I am the God of every season, and I am with you in each one. There are things you can see clearly now that you could not see in your younger days. You know the value of time, the importance of relationships, the treasure of peace. You know that material things fade, but love endures. You know that health is fragile, but the soul is eternal. These are the gifts of wisdom that only come with age, and they are precious in my sight. You are not lesser now, you are richer in spirit, fuller in grace, deeper in understanding. So do not think your purpose is behind you. No, my child, as long as you have breath, you have purpose. As long as your heart beats, I have plans for you. You may not run as fast as you once did, but you can walk steadily in my light. You may not carry as much as you once carried, but you can carry wisdom that blesses generations. You may not be able to do everything you once did, but you can pray, and your prayers move mountains. Never underestimate the power of a heart that leans on me. I want you to reflect on this. The enemy has always tried to convince my children that their story is over. He whispers that the door is closed, that the opportunity has passed, that the chapter has ended. But he forgets one thing: I am the author, not him. Only I decide when a chapter closes. Only I decide when the story ends. And I have not finished with you. My child, when you wake each morning, even on the days when your body feels weak, know this: it is because I have given you another day, another chance, another page in the story. Use it to love, to forgive, to speak kindness, to seek me, to rest in my presence. Each day may not look spectacular in the eyes of the world, but in my eyes, each day you live with love and faith is a victory. Now, I want you to breathe deeply and remember this truth. Your life has been full, not because of what you owned or achieved, but because of who you are in me. You are my beloved child, chosen, redeemed, and carried by grace. And everything you have walked through, the joys, the sorrows, the victories, the struggles, has shaped you into the person you are today. A person who is still here, still loved, still part of my unfolding plan. Yes, the enemy has tried to discourage you. He has tried to wear you down, but look at you, still listening to my voice, still seeking my presence, still holding on. That is the proof that my spirit is alive in you. That is the evidence that what I started, I am still completing. And so, my beloved, as you reflect on your past and your present, do not see only the struggles. See the victories. Do not see only the brokenness. See the healing. Do not see only the waiting. See the growth. For every moment of your life has been touched by my hand, and every moment yet to come will be carried by my promise. This is why you must hold tightly to the truth I spoke to you. The enemy cannot stop what I have started. He cannot undo your story. He cannot cancel your calling. He cannot erase my love. He cannot steal your eternity. And now, as you carry these reflections in your heart, let us walk together into hope. For I do not only want you to look back on where you have been, I want you to look forward to where you are going. And that, my beloved, is where encouragement begins. My beloved child, now that you have reflected on your journey, let me lift your heart with words of encouragement, for I know how heavy life can feel at times. I see the weight you carry. I know the quiet worries that sit deep in your thoughts. I know the moments when you sigh and wonder if tomorrow will bring more of the same. But hear me now, I am your strength, I am your hope, I am your peace, and I am not finished with you yet. You may feel tired, but I am the one who renews your strength. You may feel forgotten, but I call you by name. You may feel small, but you are precious in my sight. I want you to remember, my child, that I am not only the God of beginnings, but the God of endurance, the God of fresh strength, the God who walks with you every step of the way. Think of a lamp burning late at night. The oil may grow low, the flame may flicker, but it does not go out as long as oil is supplied. In the same way, your spirit may feel weary, your strength may feel faint, but I am your oil. I pour my spirit into you daily, quietly, gently, so that your flame continues to shine. You may not feel strong, but your light still shines, and it is enough. I want to encourage you. Do not measure yourself by what you can no longer do. Measure yourself by the love you still give, the prayers you still lift, the hope you still carry. Some of your greatest contributions are invisible to the eyes of the world, but they are priceless to me. A kind word spoken to a stranger, a prayer whispered for your family, a moment of patience when you could have been angry, these are treasures in my kingdom. Nothing you do in love is ever wasted. My child, you may wonder if your life has had impact, if your time here has made a difference. Let me assure you, it has. Every act of love, every word of faith, every prayer of hope has left ripples that you may never see until eternity. Like a stone dropped in water, the ripples keep spreading far beyond the point of impact. Your life has touched more people than you realize. You may not have seen the fruit of every seed you planted, but I have, and in eternity you will see the full harvest of your faithfulness. Take courage, beloved, for even now you are still sowing seeds. You are sowing seeds of wisdom when you share your experiences. You are sowing seeds of hope when you encourage others. You are sowing seeds of faith when you continue to pray. Do not underestimate the power of your presence. Sometimes just being there, just showing up, just listening, just loving, that is enough to change a life. Do you remember how my servant Elijah once felt so tired, so discouraged, that he prayed to die under a broom tree? He thought his mission was over, his strength was gone, his life no longer mattered. But I sent an angel to feed him, to strengthen him, to remind him that his journey was not finished. And with that strength, he rose again and continued his calling. In the same way, I am feeding you now with my words. I am strengthening your spirit so you may rise again, knowing that your journey is not finished either. Yes, you may feel that time has passed quickly, that the days are shorter now, that your strength is not what it used to be. But remember, I am not bound by time as you are. I can do more in one day with me than in 1,000 days without me. I can bring breakthrough in a moment, restoration in an instant, peace that surpasses all understanding in a breath. Do not measure what I can do by the limits of time or strength. For with me, even the last chapter can be the most powerful. So let hope rise in you again. Lift your eyes above your worries. See the bigger picture, the eternal picture. You are not merely living for today, you are preparing for eternity. Each prayer, each act of love, each moment of faith builds treasures in heaven where no thief can steal, no moth can destroy, no rust can corrupt. Your reward is secure, your crown is waiting, your place is prepared. And while you are still here, remember this, you are never alone. I am with you in every step. When you wake in the morning, I am there. When you rest at night, I am watching over you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel afraid, I am your courage. When you feel uncertain, I am your guide. You may not always feel my presence, but I am closer than your very breath. My beloved, I encourage you also to look for me in the small things. You may not see great miracles every day, but my hand is in the little blessings. When the sun rises and warms your face, that is my gift. When a bird sings and lifts your spirit, that is my reminder. When a friend calls, when a child smiles, when laughter fills a room, these are not accidents. These are my whispers to remind you that I am with you. Sometimes you think you need great strength to continue, but truly all you need is me. Even the faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. Even the smallest prayer can open the heavens. Even the simplest act of kindness can shine brighter than the darkest night. So do not think you have little to offer. What you have is enough, because I am the one who multiplies it. Let me remind you of something very important. You are deeply loved, not just a little, not just on good days, not just when you feel worthy. No, you are loved always, fully, unconditionally. I do not love you because of what you do, but because of who you are, my child, created in my image, redeemed by my Son, sealed with my Spirit. Nothing can separate you from this love. Not age, not weakness, not failure, not even death. My love is eternal, and it is yours. So walk with confidence, my beloved. Lift your head high, not because of pride, but because you are mine. You belong to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You are an heir to my promises, a citizen of heaven, a child of eternity. The world may overlook you, but I never will. The world may count you out, but I count you in. The world may say your time has passed, but I say your time is still here, because I have kept you for this moment. Be encouraged also by this truth. Your prayers are powerful. Even when you feel small, your prayers reach the highest heavens. They move angels, they open doors, they protect loved ones, they bring healing, they shift destinies. Do not stop praying, even if you do not see immediate answers. Your prayers are eternal seeds, and in due time they will bear fruit. Take heart, my child. Though the road ahead may feel uncertain, my hand is steady. Though your body may feel frail, your spirit is strong in me. Though the enemy may try to discourage you, his words are powerless against my promise. Remember what I told you. The enemy cannot stop what I have started. And I have started a work in you that will not be undone. Let these words be like fresh wind in your lungs, like a cool drink on a hot day, like light breaking through the night. You are not walking toward despair, you are walking toward glory. You are not nearing an end, you are nearing a beginning. Every step brings you closer to me, and I am your reward. So rise up, my beloved, take courage, let your heart be strengthened. You are not forgotten, you are not finished, and you are not defeated. My presence is with you, my love surrounds you, and my promise holds you steady. And now, let me speak to you not only encouragement, but also guidance, for encouragement lifts your heart, but guidance directs your steps. And because I love you, I will also warn you, so you may walk safely and wisely in the days ahead. My beloved child, because I love you, I must also speak to you with truth that protects and guides your heart. Encouragement strengthens you, but warning guards you, and wisdom directs your steps. Just as a loving father takes his child's hand to keep them from stumbling, so too do I take your hand now and remind you of what matters most. The days you live in are not simple. The world around you has grown loud with distractions. Many voices compete for your attention, and not all of them are safe. Some call you toward fear, some toward bitterness, some toward despair. But remember this, not every voice deserves your ear. My sheep know my voice, and you are my sheep. Learn to listen for my whisper, and to turn away from the noise that only confuses your spirit. One of the greatest dangers of these times is forgetting what is eternal and clinging too tightly to what is temporary. My child, you cannot take possessions, titles, or wealth into eternity. All these things pass away. What remains is your soul, your love, your faith, your obedience. That is why I ask you, hold lightly to what the world offers, but hold tightly to me. Do not let the glitter of this world distract you from the crown of life I have prepared for you. Be careful, too, of the enemy's subtle lies. He does not always come roaring. Often he comes whispering. He tells you that you are too old to matter. He tells you that you are too weak to be useful. He tells you that your mistakes define you. But these are lies, my child, lies meant to steal your joy and silence your hope. I tell you the truth. You are valuable, you are chosen, and you are still part of my plan. Guard your heart against lies, and feed your spirit with truth. My word is truth, and when you keep it close, it will guide your steps and protect your mind. I must also warn you against the spirit of unforgiveness. Carrying bitterness in your heart is like holding poison inside your soul. It eats away at your peace and blinds you from my blessings. Forgive those who have hurt you. Forgive even when you feel they do not deserve it, for when you forgive, you are set free. Do not let old wounds keep you from the new joy I desire to give you. And my child, I see the fears you carry, fears about your health, about your family, about the future. Fear is a heavy chain, and the enemy loves to use it to weigh down my children. But I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When fear rises, speak my promises. When worry comes, hand it to me. Trust that I am already in tomorrow, preparing the way ahead of you. Worry cannot add a single day to your life, but faith can fill your days with peace. Guard your thoughts, beloved. The mind is a battlefield, and the enemy often attacks there first. Do not dwell on hopelessness. Do not replay your failures. Instead, fix your thoughts on me. Remember my goodness, my faithfulness, my promises. Think on what is true, what is lovely, what is pure, what is eternal. When your mind is stayed on me, you will have peace. Be cautious also with your words. The tongue holds the power of life and death. Speak life, not death. Speak faith, not doubt. Speak blessing, not curse. Your words carry weight, and they shape the atmosphere around you. Even when you feel weary, let your words honor me, and you will see my light shine through you. I also guide you in how to spend your days. Use your time wisely. Do not waste it on endless worry, empty arguments, or bitterness. Spend your days in love, in prayer, in kindness. Each day is a gift, and I desire that you fill it with meaning. A simple prayer whispered in the morning, a kind smile to a neighbor, a gentle word to someone in need, these things matter more than you realize. And beloved, remember to stay awake spiritually. Do not grow sleepy in your soul. The enemy wants you distracted, weary, or complacent. But I call you to be alert, to keep your lamp burning, to stay ready. For the day will come when I call you home, and I want to find your heart faithful and your spirit prepared. This is not to make you afraid, but to make you aware. Life here is short, but eternity is long. Live with eternity in mind, and you will never be led astray. Be careful also of loneliness. The enemy often whispers the loudest when you feel alone. But know this, you are never truly alone. I am with you always, and I also place people around you to walk with you. Cherish your family, your friends, your community of faith. Do not isolate yourself. Let others bless you, and be a blessing to them. Love shared multiplies joy and lessens sorrow. My child, let me give you this picture. Imagine a traveler carrying a heavy bag on a long road. With each step, the bag grows heavier, and the traveler grows weary. But beside him walks a strong companion, willing to carry the load. Yet the traveler holds tightly to the bag, refusing to let go until he collapses in exhaustion. Do not be like that traveler. Give me your burdens. Hand me your worries. Lay your cares at my feet. I am strong enough to carry them, and I desire to see you walk freely. And finally, beloved, let me guide your heart back to what matters most. Love. Love me with all your heart, soul, and strength. Love others as yourself. Do not waste time on hatred, on division, on grudges. Life is too short, and eternity is too precious. Let love be your legacy. Let forgiveness be your gift. Let kindness be your testimony. When you walk in love, you walk in my light, and no darkness can overcome you. So hear this gentle warning. The enemy cannot stop what I have started, but he can distract you, discourage you, or tempt you to give up. Do not let him. Stay close to me. Keep your heart soft, your mind fixed, your faith alive. I will never let you fall from my hand, but I call you to keep your eyes on me. Take these words to heart, my child. Let them be like a lamp to your feet and a shield to your soul. For the road ahead is not one of defeat, but of victory. And if you walk with me, no power in heaven or earth can steal your destiny. And now, as you carry these warnings and guidance in your heart, let me bring this message to its close. For I have encouraged you, I have warned you, and now I will seal it with a promise that cannot be broken, a closing word filled with power and love. My beloved child, now we come to the closing of this message, yet it is not an ending, it is a new beginning. For every word I have spoken to you, I have sown like seed into your heart, and these seeds will grow, even when you do not see them, for my word never returns void. It always accomplishes what I send it to do. I want you to take a deep breath now, to quiet your heart, and to hear this truth once more with clarity. The enemy cannot stop what I have started in you. He cannot undo the work of my hands. He cannot silence the voice I placed in your spirit. He cannot erase the calling I have written upon your life. You are mine, and I am yours, and nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Look back once more, my child, at the road you have traveled. You will see that I was with you all along. When you thought you were walking alone, I was walking beside you. When you thought you were falling, I was holding you. When you thought you were forgotten, I was carrying you in my heart. Every step, every season, every chapter I was there. And if I was there then, do you not know that I am here now, and I will be with you tomorrow? Do not be afraid of tomorrow. Do not be anxious about what lies ahead. You may see weakness, but I see strength. You may see loss, but I see gain. You may see endings, but I see beginnings. For I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. And I hold all of time, all of history, all of eternity in my hand. Your future is safe because it is hidden in me, and hear this, your life is not a mistake. You are not here by accident. Your days are written in my book, and your breath is given by my Spirit. Even now, your purpose is alive. Even now, your prayers are powerful. Even now, your story is still unfolding. Age does not limit me. Weakness does not hinder me. Time does not bind me. I am the God who brings life to dry bones, who makes a way through the wilderness, who causes rivers to flow in deserts. What I have spoken over you will come to pass. Let your heart be filled with hope. Hope that does not disappoint, for it is rooted in me. Hope that shines even in the darkest night. Hope that carries you through valleys and leads you to mountaintops. My beloved, lift your eyes from what troubles you and fix them on me. I am your shepherd, and I lead you beside still waters. I am your light, and I guide you through every shadow. I am your rock, and I will never be shaken. Let me remind you also of the power of eternity. This life you live now is only the first chapter. Beyond this world lies a home I have prepared for you, a place where there are no more tears, no more pain, no more sorrow, no more goodbyes. A place where joy is endless, where peace is unshakable, where love is eternal. When your journey here is complete, I myself will welcome you into that place, and you will see with your own eyes the fullness of my glory. But until that day, walk faithfully, knowing that your story is secure in my hands. I also want you to know this. The prayers you have prayed for your family, for your loved ones, for the generations after you, those prayers are not forgotten. They rise before me like incense, and they remain powerful even when you are no longer here to speak them. Your faith has built foundations that your children and grandchildren will stand on. Your trust in me has opened doors that future generations will walk through. Do not think your life has been small, it has been mighty in my kingdom. So live these days with joy, my child. Do not count your losses, count your blessings. Do not dwell on regrets, dwell on my grace. Do not let fear write your story. Let faith carry you forward. Smile more, love more, forgive more. Each act of kindness you give is a light shining in the world, and the world needs that light. When you feel weak, remember that I am your strength. When you feel alone, remember that I am with you. When you feel uncertain, remember that I am guiding you. And when the enemy tries once more to whisper his lies, remember this truth that I have stamped upon your spirit. He cannot stop what I have started. My beloved child, let this message be a mantle over you. Let it clothe you like a garment. Let it shield you like armor. Let it steady you like a staff. When doubts come, return to these words. When fear rises, return to these promises. When weariness presses in, return to my love. For I am faithful, I am constant. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And now, as I bring this message to its close, I give you my blessing. Peace be upon you, strength be within you, joy be your song. Hope be your anchor, love be your legacy. Walk in my light, rest in my arms, and know that you are safe. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, you are not finished. You are mine, and I am yours. And the enemy cannot stop what I have started in your life. So rise each day with courage, rest each night with peace, and live each moment with love, until the day you stand before me face to face. And on that day you will hear the words you have longed to hear. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Until then, my child, remain in my love. Let your days be filled with faith. And know that each word you have heard today is my gift to you. And as you leave this message, I invite you to return again tomorrow. For just as I have spoken to you today, I will speak again. Each day brings new mercies, fresh encouragement, deeper wisdom, and greater hope. Come back and listen again, for my voice will guide you day by day. I love you, my child. I always have, and I always will. Nothing will change that. Nothing will stop that. Nothing will end that. For my love is eternal, and you are forever mine.